I don't know where where Ed Bouchette is getting $6 million from. The cap hit would be that, or oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
Oh no.
Okay, so there is a show called The Masked
Breaking
Singer.
update on the podcast.
There is a show called The Masked Singer. Okay, it's where a celebrity in a mask sings, and then they have to guess. Guess who the Masked Singer.
Is it Antonio Brown?
It's Antonio Brown.
No, it's not.
I swear to God. I swear to God, listen, I'm looking at Antonio Brown right now.
What channel is that on?
Listen, this says everything. This tells you all you need to know right here.
It's on Fox. All right. I got to turn this on.
It's he's singing right now.
Listen,
oh my goodness.
I hope that they get rid of him.
He is. There he is. Holy crap. Is that live? Maybe that's why he didn't show up.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Donut Bag, part of the Pulse Podcast Network and the Pod Hub Network. In this episode, I get together with regulars Coach Warzu and Mark Hagelauer, and do we talk about the Steelers and why they didn't make the playoffs? No. We talk about Antonio Brown because the situation is bonkers. We also preview the Wildcard games in the NFL. The Donut Bag starts right now.
The Steelers did not make the playoffs, and apparently the world is ending. So much going on about Antonio Brown that it's almost the Steelers losing is almost not making the playoffs is almost like a foregone, like it's already gone, and this Antonio Brown disaster is dominating Pittsburgh. With me to talk about it is our regulars Mark Hagelauer and Coach Warzu. Guys, how are you surviving?
I tell you what, for the first time in my life, I could say that the Steelers not making the playoffs this year is actually more exciting, maybe, or at least it's starting out that way.
My goodness,
yeah, it's been crazy. I think the car on fire on the Fort Pitts Bridge was just the beginning.
That might have been Antonio Brown.
That might have been.
So there was at the end after the Steelers Bengals game, there was a car on fire on the Fort Pitt Bridge, which shut down the bridge. Yeah, they closed everything.
Maybe it was James Harrison.
I think that was the car that was attempting to race Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's review, because today has been I've never seen a day like this since never.
Yeah, never. He took it up a notch from the Bryant and the Bell thing. It's like he's trying to outdo him there too.
It's unbelievable. This is literally like a soap opera. I mean, we make jokes, but it is.
So, to review, the week of the Steelers-Bengals game, Tomlin says that he complained of a knee injury. Yeah, let's go with Tomlin's version first. He complained of a knee injury, apparently didn't show up to work or didn't show up to practices. They told him to take an MRI. He didn't show up for that. They tried to contact him. He didn't respond. Then on Saturday, his agent said, "Oh, by the way, he'll be in Sunday. He'll be ready to go." And Tomlin told him, "That's not how this works. You can't just not show up all week and then show up to a game." So then he shows up to the stadium and is told, "Well, you could be on the sideline." Then he leaves at halftime. So that's Tomlin's version.
Listen, like he told Coach Tomlin, he was hurt. He got that thing X-rayed in Oakland. That's what
Yeah, all comes back to
that's it. It was the Oakland X-ray machine.
What, he
brought it back.
Couple X-rays in Oakland. All of a sudden, everybody, nobody believes him.
So another version is, instead of him saying he got hurt, he actually got into an argument with Ben Roethlisberger, and just got mad and said, "I'm done," which somebody interpreted as a trade demand, and did not show up, didn't get any calls, even when I believe even Rooney tried to call him, and he didn't answer.
Wow, he put all his caller IDs on block. Block this caller. You're blocking the owner.
Is that like how Mark Madden turns off his notifications? Same.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just in shock here. And another version I heard is he got mad at Ben. They worked that out by Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon, the team MVP vote came out, and it was revealed that Juju won. Then he got mad all over again, and that's why he's so angry right now.
Honestly, do you know what really set him off?
What?
Once he heard that Juju won Polynesian Football Player of the Year.
Brown thought he was a lock for that one too. Even
talk about upset. I mean, I just don't know why people continue to defend Antonio. Like, look, no offense to you guys, Joe. I know this is why you have me on here to pay me the big bucks to talk Antonio Brown, but I'm sick of talking about Antonio Brown. Trade this dude. Like, enough. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like until they get rid of him, Tomlin, and Ben, or at least one of the three, this is going to be the same thing every year until maybe they need to get rid of two of the three. I don't know which two, but maybe that needs to happen. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about having to get rid of them like that. Like, it has to be one of the three. I mean, it's getting hard to really.
I agree.
Like you said, to defend. It
has to be one of the three. And the crazy thing is, this isn't just, AB's angry. He's doing his own thing. He's his own person. He's in his own little world. He missed a game. Just because basically he was mad.
That's just one of the things. I mean, this is kind of like the culmination. I mean, I don't. It's not like it's the first thing that he's done. And I mean, look at that. You guys heard that story that Ryan Clark told when he first got his money, and he's yelling at LeBeau and stuff, talking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, up until this year, you could kind of shrug it off. It would happen once every season or every couple seasons, and you'd be like, oh, okay, it's just minor things. Not they threw a hissy fit, that's fine. But this year, he really turned it up a notch.
What, Mark? Now you said before I forget, and you just said something that I want to touch on. Like, is this maybe like people are tired of covering for him? Like, I feel like Colbert and Rooney kind of. I feel like Tomlin. The more and more I think about it, and more I hear, like, is Colbert and Rooney telling him how to treat? Like, oh, no, you can't say this to AB. Oh, no, you can't do this to Antonio. Like, is that how it's going? Like, I just feel like it's been like there's so much more that they've covered for Antonio Brown about. Like, they got caught trying to cover for him this past week.
Oh, yeah. If it wasn't for, it being leaked from by players of what really happened,
I think
we would never know. We would think it was a knee injury or some whatever crap Tomlin was saying.
I'll be honest with you, and look, I will really be honest with you. The more I think about it too, I think the players are getting sick of it. That's why the media is feeding all this stuff. And also, I think that's why Ryan Clark is starting to come out and say this. Like, deep down, he loves the Steelers. He loves Tomlin. And I would be willing to bet there's some guys on that team that he's still tight with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I almost guarantee that. That's why he's leaking that out. Honestly, for me, I'm obviously, you got to think about, the long-term ramifications, and if you think he's worth getting rid of or worth putting in an effort. I personally, I love watching him play on the field, and I've loved watching him be a Steeler. But as everyone else is saying, like, enough's enough. Like, it's been so. I mean, like, again, like, up until now, we don't know what happened. This year seemed to have fallen off some sort of deep end, some sort of cliff, and I don't know what caused that. But this year he's had way more incidents than probably everything combined in his career in just this 1 year.
Let's review all the incidents that we know about. First of all, back in March, April, or something like that, he's throwing furniture off of a 14th floor thing.
Oh, I mean, what? I just don't know what's going on with this.
That's just a Saturday night. Come on.
That's just a Saturday night at Mark's house, Joe. I mean,
come on.
Listen,
jeez.
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw me on Twitter going crazy about the definition of a losing player and how you can be a Hall of Famer or have Hall of Fame type talent and still be a losing player. No matter where you go, teams can't look. Dominique Wilkins, Carmelo Anthony, Josh Smith in football, Chris Carter, T.O. Like, you can only ride it out with a losing player as your star and supposed leader for so long without winning anything with him. Like, the Steelers rode it out, not only till the wheels fall off, but like you said, Joe, till strollers were falling off balconies. Like, now he's 31 and even more of a problem every year. Like, I think you got to cut bait.
That's funny. I saw the fan put out a poll. Will the Steelers ever make a Super Bowl with Antonio Brown? I had to kind of ask them if it was a trick question because they did it in 2010 when he was a rookie, but that made me laugh. They forgot about that one. But I know what you're saying. Like, whoops.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, T.O. made it.
We're tied with Super Bowl wins. Us three have as many combined Super Bowls as Antonio Brown.
Now, I don't know if that's. I think in general that's right. I'm not so sure about Brown. I mean, even this year, I don't know if he really contributed to many losses or anything. I mean, they were winning every game in the fourth quarter.
Here's the thing.
And he doesn't play defense, so I don't know about that.
It's about me.
But,
what's that?
Yeah. The thing about Antonio Brown is you need to feed him the ball. It's like he has his own set of rules. And
tied right now with Juju for targets, or he finished the season tied. I think.
Were they tied? I know they were close, but
I think it was like 169 targets apiece or 196 targets apiece, one of the two.
So they both had the same number of targets.
Yes, he's not getting the ball the most.
I think that Antonio Brown thinks that the only way the team can win is if he gets his 10 catches and 100 some yards. That's the only way the team is winning is through him. And it's very obvious that Ben has had to force him the ball to keep him happy and to keep him involved in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I would love to know is how many times did we see Ben throw the ball and it's nowhere near Antonio Brown? It's like Antonio Brown ran the wrong route. And from what I understand, when you have a situation where the quarterback throws the ball and it's nowhere near the wide receiver because it looks like the wide receiver ran the wrong route, 10 times out of 10, it's the wide receiver's fault. The quarterback knows where everybody's supposed to go, and they know where they were supposed to throw it. And if you're running a post and you're supposed to run a seam, it's usually on the wide receiver, and we've seen that so many times. Where
they've been one of the best ad-libbing too, and you wonder sometimes if it's just just not being on the same page with that kind of stuff.
I mean,
right. The quarterback